Welcome back to my planetary defense station. No, it's not a planetary defense station. No, this is the railgun. We need these guns in order to launch our solar panels into the Dyson ring over there. All the white dots we see there are basically the dots from the solar panels around. And you can see those flashes where the guns are shooting at. Those are the pods breaking open and putting the solar panels down. As you can see here, these are the solar panels that we're talking about. The best advice I can give that I learned from nice answers from the community is using the mid-ring from the planet in order to have always some guns that are shooting at the Dyson Sphere. Because there is a pitch value you need to look out for. Once you have built an EM rail ejector, it has a pitch limit. Basically how far it can aim in order to get the right ring to shoot at. Sounds weird, but that's how it works. Basically, you choose one of the rings you have made for this Dyson Sphere in this sector, and it will start shooting at it as long as it can reach that sector. In this case, he cannot even see it, so it cannot shoot at it. Once it comes into range, it starts shooting at the Dyson Sphere again. So let's just place down a few. I've made some guns, so I still needed to place them. And I've made them so that I place them every 2 blocks away from each other. So in this case, I'm trying to close up the hole that I left behind the last time I was here. It takes a long time. We use the sorters to put the solar panels in. The solar panels are being crafted by assemblers by a very big assembly process. These are the solar cells we are talking about. They will use the graphene and the photon combiners. Once you have them, you can put them into these guns and then they start working as they should. So that's one thing that I wanted to let you know, that these are very important in late term generation. Once you place them down, they have a cogwheel flickering on and off, which means I did not select any of the sphere rounds. So if I click one, it starts aiming directly, and when you connect it to the belt, it starts also loading itself up with solar cells. So in this case, when you click, it starts aiming. You see the guns rotating to the right position, and then they are ready to fire as soon as they are in range. In this case, you can see it in range, and because this is going up, you can see more and more guns slowly getting blue and into range to shoot, as you can see. So more and more are starting to shoot at the Dyson ring itself. I have some belts with me so I can pull it out further. And why is there a gun over here that's not standing there for nothing? Why? Okay, weird. Anyways, you can always put them down, and I always recommend putting them down on a separate planet myself. My way of finding out is because as soon as you use it on your own planet, it uses a lot of space. They cannot be too near to each other. They at least need 4 block distance between each other. And I recommend using the mid-ring of the planet. The ring in the middle of the planet, basically. You can see a ring here in the middle. That's what the marking is showing. If you look at it, where the line goes through. The middle line here is the one where I'm putting the guns on, because they always have some guns at some side of the building doing that, basically. And why is there coal in the way? Let's just get rid of the coal here by putting 2 of these things. There's always something, eh? You're making a tutorial video and you'll find out things that are broken or not working as they should. Well, it's the way it's the way you play the game. So I don't even worry about it. So there we go. Anyways, these cannons, when they have power, will shoot down sails towards the Dyson Sphere. When they shoot down those sails, they will end up in the ring of the Dyson Sphere that's by default rendered, and you can make more rings on different axes to make more solar sails to generate power from. You can collect these using the ray receiver. This building I do not have with me at the moment, but it basically provides a way to get the power. For that one we need to be on a normal planet to see it, but the ray receiver receives the power from the sphere itself, from the frame and from the solar rings. So taking a look at the Dyson Sphere in the designer, in this case, I was working on the frame. So you can see 2 rings of frame that I designed, as well as the ring itself where the solar cells are, all those dots that are going around them. The sails that are flying around standalone, you can see here, are sails that have a certain amount of lifespan. As soon as the lifespan runs out, they are disappearing and you need to add more. So that's why you need a lot of cannons to keep adding them until you have the limit, reach the limit basically, and then they will get added as soon as they are disappearing again. Then you get a stable income. The frame itself has an endless supply as far as I know, and will provide them. You can see some rockets going into there. They are shot from my own planet. I will explain that one later on because the frame is some different tactic you need to use for it. But it looks amazing, doesn't it? You can add another Dyson Swarm orbit. I have 2 of them. Those white lines are the orbits. One of them is being used for the solars at the moment. The second one is also activated. When you click one of the orbits, you can see how much is generating at the moment and how much sails are there in the list. They will go down as something's life ends, and they will go up when you add more to the swarm itself. The Dyson shell, same thing. When you click on it, you will see the shell itself with the red markings, which is the size of the sphere. And you can click the second one to get the second line. You can add more layers or orbits, and you can design them yourself. So that's it for this episode. In the next episode we will be sure to look at the ray receiver and launching the Dyson Sphere components itself in order to the Dyson Sphere. For that we need to know all the planets. Keep in mind, making solar panels is one thing, keeping them here and up to date is another thing. So sooner or later I will also explain how the planetary system works and transfer from items from one way to the other. So thank you all for watching, see you all in the next one. Good luck!